Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Aiden's weather forecast, and welcome back to the video, guys. I hope you guys are all enjoying your day so far. I do apologize for posting really late compared to when I usually do. I was actually really busy. I had to go shopping for clothes for school, and then I had to go get my hair cut, and then just basically had to go shopping all day, which was not the funnest thing. But yeah, so now I do apologize for, again, uploading a bit later than usual. So guys, we actually have a lot of new updates on the tropics for Hurricane Erick and Tropical Storm Flossie. Hurricane Flossie did go back to Tropical Storm Flossie, but it might go back to a hurricane. If you guys are wondering what does that mean, then just stay tuned for the video, guys. So we have a lot of new updates, especially on the National Weather Service now, so we have to take a look on that too. But guys, be sure, before we get to the video, be sure to hit this like button in the video so that informs me that you like the video, so I can do more of these when these events occur. Also, be sure to hit the post notifications icon so then you get notified as soon as I make a video. And also be sure to subscribe for the daily updates, guys. And we're getting very close to 2,000. We're almost at 1,400, guys. It's incredible. So yeah, guys, if you guys want to know all the new updates, stay tuned. So as you can tell, guys, we are going to be looking at the National Weather Service. And you're probably thinking, what do all these colors mean? Well, guys, we actually have hurricane warnings off the seas of Hawaii. So all in this red, we do have hurricane warnings. No hurricane warnings for any areas in Hawaii or any seas around Hawaii. So the seas that count as Hawaii are in the blue, and then the seas all around the Hawaii area are in red, which is a hurricane warning, which is actually indication that it's getting very awfully close to Hawaii, because we wouldn't have hurricane warnings if there wasn't a threat for a hurricane. It would be more of tropical storm warnings. But guys, we actually have some huge threat for Hawaii with hurricane warnings, and we actually do have a tropical storm warning now off the coast here for Hawaii, for Big Island off here. So we have tropical storm warnings there, which is actually really cool. Not cool, but it's also really bad too. So we do have hurricane warnings and tropical storm warnings, and then we do have flash flood watches in effect for all of the Big Islands. So that's indicating we're gonna have a whole lot of rain here. And then we have a small craft advisory. So honestly, as long as it's an advisory, it's a bit better. So also the cool thing is we can see like the how far it is from the cities. So let's read all the cities. So the cities we actually have, we're going to be focusing on the big cities. So this is for Erick, and this is for Flossie. So as you can tell, it is actually 830 miles southeast of Honolulu. So again, Hurricane Erick is 830 miles away from Honolulu. And now we're going to be focusing on Flossie. It is 2175 miles, or 2,175 miles east-southeast of Honolulu. And then so that's basically the big city I wanted to check out, because there's a whole lot. So if you guys want to check out the cities that you live in, check this. Just pause the video and just check that out, because I really don't want to make this video too long. And Hurricane Erick will weaken over the next 24 to 80 hours. So if you guys want to know all about that, just stay tuned. Now we're going to be looking at the 5-day tropical weather outlook. So here we have Erick, who's not very far from Hawaii. Again, it is weakening now. It's not going to be getting any stronger at this point. It's weakening at, right now it's at 120 miles per hour. Yesterday it was at 135. So again, it is starting to weaken there. It's going to get very close to category 2. The minimum central pressure is 958 millibars. So again, it's even weakening in the formation. So you really don't want to see this number go up if you want it to intensify. You want to see it going lower and lower. It was at 952 yesterday, but again, it is going to be weakening, and it's moving at this west at 13 miles per hour, so it hasn't really slowed down or sped up. So now we're going to be looking at Flossie. So again, the maximum sustained winds are actually 75 miles per hour, but it's actually at 74 miles per hour, so just under category 1. I know, again, I've been telling you guys for the past couple of days, the NOAA just takes a couple minutes to refresh. I know you guys, all the other tabs are refreshed, and then it is at 991 millibars, so not incredibly organized really, and it's at 15 miles per hour moving to the west. Now we're going to be looking at what Hurricane Erick looks like, and again, as you can tell, it's lost its eye. That's how it's weakening really. It's even lost its eye. As you can tell, early on, we see the eye right here. you see we have the eye right here, but then it just disappears. So honestly, that's actually a sign of it weakening and getting a lot. It's getting deformed, as you can tell. These millibars are climbing up like on the roof. It's just taking off the roof as it's really weakening really fast, guys. So we can see category 1 maybe by the end of tomorrow. So again, here is the big system right here. Here we have major hurricane Erick category 3. Yesterday it was actually category 4. So again, we have all the vorticity right here. So where you see the most cloud cover, that's actually where you have the most vorticity right here. And then we do have these outer bands. They're not incredibly it's not really what a band really looks like. Again, this system has never Hurricane Eric was basically never really organized. It was organized at some point yesterday, but then it just started to get disorganized. We are having these bands start to leave the system. As you can tell, a whole chunk of the hurricane will be leaving. So it's gonna be that's just honestly show you guys how disorganized it is. And we are having some somewhat decently good sized bands to the west of the storm, or sorry, to the east of the storm. But again, nothing much to really look at. Again, it's moving at 13 miles per hour. So now we're going to be looking at the cone and timing for Erick. It's been actually a long time since we looked at the cone and timing. So as you can tell, in the orange yellow shade, that's actually tropical storm current winds. So you can tell we have a whole blob right here. And the X marks the spot where it was 5 a.m. They always show the X for the past couple hours, but wherever the H is right here, that's actually where it is right now. But again, this whole big circle of yellow, that's actually tropical storm, where we saw tropical storm force winds, and then this little kind of brownish color, that's hurricane force winds. So as you can tell, it's only like more towards the eye area, and then the eye wall. That's honestly where we are having those. Again, the worst of the storms always at the eye wall. And then again, this is where we have the 1 to 3 days outlook right here, all the way over here. As you can tell, it's going to be weakening incredibly fast. By 2 a.m. tomorrow, it's still going to be a hurricane. It's going to be more of a category, very weak category 2, and then by Friday, it's going to be tropical storm very early on Saturday. And then all the way to the next 5 days, it will become a depression. So subtropical depression. Again, it's going to be dodging Hawaii, so not a whole lot of information you want to know really important about Erick. All you got to really know about Erick is that's going to be missing the island based on right now. Again, it could be taking a very late turn. So here we have it to the west-northwest. At this point, it looks like it's going to hit the island, but then it just goes straight west, just completely dodging it. And then it'll take the west-northwest turn. So if Hawaii was right here, they will have some issues again, but it will be weakening here because Hawaii not only has somewhat an invisible force field blocking all these hurricanes, it has cold water all around it. So honestly, Hawaii is kind of like protected, basically. I like to say they have a force field because all the hurricanes dodge it, even though it gets very close. It just goes all around it. It's kind of incredible how Hawaii's like that. So here we have it at a very weak category 3. So again, very soon it's going to start weakening incredibly fast. Again, it's already weakened. Yesterday it was over here, all the way over here, but then one night it weakens that fast. It weakens a lot faster than it forms. That's just how it is. We actually have one system that shows us staying at potentially category 3 for an incredibly long time, but that's the only model that actually shows that. So we could have a category 2 within the next 12 hours, and then from there it's going to be just going straight down through category 2 force winds. It could reach a category 1 force winds within 24 hours, and then it could become a tropical storm within the next 36 hours. So in 36 hours, you can go from a major hurricane to a tropical storm, which is not incredibly fast, but it is still at a fast rate. And then it could become it could stay a tropical storm for a very long time, maybe a couple days. I would say maybe 2 or maybe 1 to 2 days it would stay a tropical storm, and then by the next 96 to 108 hours we could have subtropical depression Erick. Now we're going to be looking at the satellite imagery for now of Flossie, tropical storm Flossie. As you can tell, it actually is incredibly unorganized. Here we have the most vorticity right here. I know it's not even a lot of cloud cover. It's kind of like split in half, really. It's like this. We have cloud cover here, and then we don't have cloud cover here. That's kind of what it is. It's like the invisible. It's like it's half of a hurricane, basically. As you can tell, it's not even really a circle or a semicircle. But again, we actually have a lot of vorticity right here. That's the rotation. For those people who don't know what vorticity is, it's that rotation like this. So that's where we actually have a lot of that. I bet you that's where the eye would have been if it was still a hurricane. And we have a lot of cloud cover, a lot of rain showers to the east part of the storm. But again, it will potentially become another hurricane. It will become Hurricane Flossie again, which is actually really, really weird. As you can tell, the tropical or the wind current winds has updated. So again, it is only right here, tropical storm force winds in this somewhat semicircle. Really, it's not even a big circle. We could have it become a hurricane later on the afternoon tomorrow. So again, it will take a little bit of time to get in those warmer waters. It's kind of like there's a cold water here, warm water here, and then cold water here. So it's, again, the Pacific is really weird when it comes to the water temperature difference. So by the next 4 days, so on Sunday, we will still have it become a hurricane. But look, it becomes a tropical storm on Monday. Look, if you could follow this, it could actually make contact with Honolulu. If we follow it, it's actually Flossie's the biggest threat. I know it's going to be very, very weak, but it is going to bring the bigger threat for landfall. So we're just going to be going through these really, really fast because honestly, not a whole amount of updates. So if we look at the models, again, it's going straight toward the west. So it's going to be going straight towards Hawaii. But again, somehow Hawaii has some kind of force field that blocks the hurricane, and it makes it go straight to the to the northwest. So it just basically completely misses it. If it turned to the northwest, 100 miles later, it would make contact with Hawaii. So it's incredibly lucky right now. But again, we do have some models showing it hit the big island or the small islands. If we follow these 4 to 5 models, 4 to 5 models do show hitting the Big Island, and then we have the AVNI that shows it hitting the Honolulu area in the Maui area. But again, the majority of the models do show it dodging Hawaii again. So honestly, that's why we don't have to get super surprised when we see systems going straight for Hawaii, because then it always changes. So here are the model tracks. So those are for the people who want to know, wait, it goes back to a hurricane? So here it is right now at 60 knots, sustained winds, which is for tropical storm. Some models, I say 30% of the models do show it weakening at this point, but it's not looking like it's going to be like that. It actually could become become Hurricane Flossie within the next 24 hours again, within 24 or 36 hours. So it's going to be maybe later afternoon tomorrow. So then at that point, we could only have a Category 1. A small to a moderate Category 1, or a weak to moderate Category 1, however you want to say it there. And then one model, the Hawaiian model, actually shows it getting to a very, very strong Category 2, but it's very unlikely. Again, it's probably just going to be a Category 1. Now we're going to be looking at the radar, not the radar, I always say radar, I mean like the wind. So again, here we have Erick, and here we have Flossie right here. As you can tell, very big systems. We do have Erick at the strongest right now at 75 knots there. It's going to be, again, dodging Hawaii. It's going to be going just to the south. And then we have Flossie. Again, it looks like it weakens to 64 knots, but then it goes back to 76 knots. So again, it does get back to Category 1, and then it completely dodges the island too. But again, Flossie's a whole lot closer to Hawaii than Erick. So Erick is like this, and then Erick's like this, and then this is Flossie like this. So it's literally, they completely miss it. I honestly am surprised how lucky Hawaii is right now. But the fact that they have hurricane warnings around it is not too lucky for now. So here we have, this is actually, Erick completely misses again. And then we see, here we have Flossie at 981 millibars. Again, you're going to be seeing, if you look at these numbers, you will be seeing it going up. So 984, 993, 1002, 1004, and then it's going to bring honestly a lot of rain though. Just a lot of rain, not huge flooding issues. We can just go check that right now. A total cumulative precip. Let's go all the way to this. It's not going to bring a whole lot of rain. Only for the western part of the Big Island, it can probably bring up to half a foot, but not whole much. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.